Temperance Movements in the 1800s by Chisomo Mwanza, Parker Robertson, and Ruben Maldonado. How it all started. The Puritans arrived in Boston in 1630 on a ship that carried plenty of beer and 10,000 gallons of wine. Significance. The temperance movement was an organized effort during the 19th and early 20th century to limit or outlaw the consumption and production of alcohol beverages in the United States. Why did it need to stop? Alcohol was blamed for many of society's demerits, among them severe health problems, destitution, and crime. Also, men spent most of their time in saloons, not coming home to family, and neglecting them. Why did it need to stop? In the early 1800s, Americans drank more booze than at any time before, more than 5 gallons of pure alcohol per person per year. Why did it need to stop? Continued. Many citizens of the United States became convinced that many Americans were living in a normal, immoral manner. These people feared that God would no longer bless the United States and that these ungodly and unscriptious temperance movements to abolish alcoholism. Women's Christian Temperance Union, also known as the WCTU. The Women's Christian Temperance Union is an active international temperance organization that was among the first organizations of women devoted to social reform. Temperance movements continued. Temperance advocates encouraged their fellow Americans to reduce the amount of alcohol they consumed. Ideally, Americans would forsake alcohol entirely, but most temperance advocates remained willing to settle for reduced consumption. In conclusion, the temperance movement was a social movement against the consumption of alcohol in the 1800s, introduced by churches and led by people from the churches with the main goal of eliminating mass consumptions of alcohol by people. The leaders emphasized the reasons to stop drinking booze because of negative effects on people's health, personalities, and family lives. The temperance movement achieved initial success at the local and state levels. It was most successful in rural, southern, and western states, and less successful in more urban states by the late 19th century.